Welcome guys to another game of theories. Today's game is going to be about the hot topic of how will Jon Snow's father be revealed in the show. We already have the confirmation of Lyanna as his mother, so it'd be pretty disappointing if we didn't get paid off with the reveal of Rhaegar as his father. But before I get into it, I just want to put out a huge thank you for the overwhelming support and the feedback this channel has had in its initial 3 weeks. We've somehow already achieved 1000 subscribers, and you guys smashed the thumbs up target that I set on the last video. They say aim high, so I want to try and see if we can hit a new target of 1000 likes for this video. Alright, moving on. There are 3 major theories as to how the missing element in Jon's lineage will be revealed to us, so let's take a look at the first one. Bran is sure to be travelling south of the Wall, and having witnessed the events at the Tower of Joy in his visions, we have to put a strong possibility that he will be the one to tell Jon. My only concern is that who is going to take the word of a crippled boy seriously, who also claims to have visions and can look into the past and the future. Remember, other parts of Westeros look down on the Night's Watch and the rumours of what lies beyond the Wall. And I think although Bran will initially reveal what happened that day to Jon, it won't go much further than that. The second major lead we have is the huge theory on what secrets might lie underneath Winterfell, and in particular with Lyanna's tomb. There have been many strange events occurring in the crypts with Rickon and Bran constantly having visions down there, and even Jon himself has had dreams and urges telling him that one day he will have to face what skeletons might be hidden away in that closet. It's a very secluded area that very few have access to, so it would be a great place to conceal artifacts or possessions of Lyanna and Rhaegar, and it's popular belief that this is where Rhaegar's silver-stringed harp could be. Even when Robert Baratheon came to visit Winterfell in episode 1, Ned is very reluctant to let Robb go down into the crypts, and he even accompanies down there when he's insistent on paying his respects. There are so many clues to suggest that there is more to the crypts of Winterfell than just a place for the Starks to mourn. Again though, my major concerns with this theory is that if there were such items hidden away in the tombs, they still wouldn't be direct confirmation of Jon's lineage. And with the final words spoken between Ned and Jon, it was clear that it was not Ned's intention to lose his head in King's Landing and then have Jon sack the monument of Lyanna in order to find out that she was his mother. This leaves us with my personal favourite, and in my opinion the most likely theory, that none other than Howland Reed, the last living man from the fight outside the Tower of Joy, will be the one to deliver us with the confirmation that Rhaegar Targaryen is indeed Jon Snow's father. For those of you who are wondering who Howland Reed is, or if you don't recall, Howland Reed is Lord of the Greywater Watch and ruler of the Crannogmen, and he's also the father of Mira and Jojen Reed that we've seen with Bran. He's the head of House Reed, but his people are also known as Frog Eaters because their lands are in the swamps of the Neck. The Reeds and the Crannogmen keep to themselves and rarely travel beyond their borders. However, Howland Reed was an exception to this after becoming a noted friend and ally of Lord Eddard Stark, and also fighting at his side during Robert's rebellion. He remains one of House Stark's staunchest supporters, but so far he hasn't made a reappearance since he saved Ned Stark's life. One point of note mentioned in the books is the fact that Howland Reed was with Ned when he finally rescued Lyanna Stark. Howland was one of only 2 survivors of that mission, the other was Ned himself. Now with the death of Ned Stark, Reed is the only survivor of the battle outside the Tower of Joy left. Let's take a look at what has to be one of the best fight scenes we've seen in the entire show. Bran and the Three-Eyed Raven watch the fight at the Tower of Joy between Ned Stark, Howland Reed, and 4 other Stark bannermen against 2 members of Aerys II Targaryen's Kingsguard, Sir Arthur Dayne, who is the Sword of the Morning, and Lord Commander Gerald Hightower. Howland Reed is the first to charge in, receiving a slash across the chest by Dayne. The other Stark bannermen are killed along with Sir Gerald, leaving Ned Stark and Dayne to face it out. The 2 warriors briefly duel, however it's Dayne's superior fighting skills that get the best of Ned, and he's disarmed. Just as Dayne is about to strike Ned down, Howland, who Dame had assumed was mortally wounded earlier in the fight, rushes him from behind and stabs him through the back of the neck. Ned quickly ends Dane's suffering with a slash to the neck, nearly slicing his head off, and Howland is still badly injured, but he still survives that particular encounter, while Ned continues on into the tower. Now when Ned comes back down from the tower holding a baby, even if Ned didn't explain to Howland what had happened, it would be pretty obvious from Reed's point of view as to what went down. Prince Rhaegar isn't about to send his finest soldiers to defend the tower just in case he survives the war and can return to rape Lyanna again. It's pretty obvious that Rhaegar wanted nothing more than to protect Ned's sister and their baby by stationing Sir Arthur Dayne and Gerald Hightower as Lyanna's personal guard. I think given how close Ned and Howland were, it's safe to assume that Ned shared in his friend the truth of everything, including Jon's lineage and what Lyanna made him promise that day. Is this why Howland hasn't been seen in over a decade? Has he been keeping this immense secret for his dearest friend Eddard Stark? Was Howland trusted with the safekeeping of the late Rhaegar's possessions until the time was right? I want to know in the comments below what you guys think about this. George R. R. Martin has officially confirmed that we will see Howland Reed again. And in what better context than to be able to bear his testimony as a personal witness to Westeros of exactly who Jon Snow is, and to resume his place as a loyal Stark bannerman and maybe even join Jon's council. Will Howland Reed be the one to help spearhead the way with Sir Davos and Lyanna Mormont in Jon's cause to unite all the lords and houses of Westeros against the seemingly evil Night King and his deadly White Walkers? Let me know what you guys think. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I've now scheduled content for the next 3 months, so be sure not to miss out by hitting that subscribe button. For any Walking Dead fans, I will be delivering episode epics and episode predictions for every installment throughout Season 7, so make sure you drop by and check it out. Until the weekend, guys, peace!